high fives for Lewis Hamilton, a five-time champion of the world. It's win number 91. The record is equalled. Schumacher and Hamilton, the most successful drivers of all time. The World Championship record is equalled. Lewis Hamilton wins the Turkish Grand Prix and is a seven-time champion of the world.
This weekend, Lewis Hamilton's number 44 will race for Mercedes for one final time, bringing to an end one of Formula One's most iconic partnerships. There are certain partnerships that reach such elite levels that they become legendary. Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, Tom Brady and the Patriots. And in modern day Formula One, that combination has been Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes.
It's been one of the iconic partnerships. We talk about Schumacher and Ferrari. We're going to be talking Hamilton and Mercedes forever.
Hamilton has rewritten the record books, becoming the winningest driver in F1 history. 6 of his record-tying 7 world titles came with Mercedes, a record he would have owned outright, except for a controversial finish in Abu Dhabi in 2021.
It's a late lunge by Verstappen, who takes the lead of the race. Verstappen now snatches the championship trophy from Lewis Hamilton.
No, Mikey, no, Mikey, that was so not right.
Perhaps it's fitting that Hamilton's Mercedes career will finish at the very same track where their dynasty ended in 2021. Yet despite 4 seasons since his last championship, ask those who watch the sport closest, and they'll point to more than just the wins when discussing his legacy.
He was able to reinvent himself each year, so it never got stale with him. And that's not just his ability to do remarkable things on track, it was also what he was doing off track as well. The fashion and then the important causes that he got behind. All of that stuff comes together to create a legacy that Mercedes and Hamilton had together that I don't think is matched by anybody.
He's there standing alone with the most wins. He's standing there with Michael Schumacher's record alongside it in terms of championships. You can't do more than that. And I think he'll walk away and they'll be synonymous with each other for the rest of the time.
We saw Lewis grow so much as a human being, and I think that was largely helped by Mercedes as well. It seemed like when he was at McLaren, he was really restricted in what he could do, what he could say, how he expressed himself. And what Mercedes were happy to do was like, Lewis, you go and do your thing. As long as you come here and you're on the level that we know you can be, and he consistently was, then do whatever you want away from the track. And I think Lewis really found important stuff to focus on. So when you hear him talk about it, of course the titles are important, but it's everything else that went with it that I think really makes him stand out above any other driver.
Hamilton will leave Mercedes for a shot at Ferrari, deemed a better opportunity for a record-breaking 8th world title.
Ferrari's a massive brand, Lewis Hamilton's a massive brand. Together, they're going to be enormous. But Lewis is coming towards the end of his career, and he's going to jump into a car that, based on this season, has been comfortably better, quicker, more competitive than the Mercedes. So that means it's most likely to be the case next season. But I think they'll give him a chance of winning multiple races in 2025. And at this point of his career, he's got to take that as soon as it's there. He's not there for a long-term project. He's there to be competitive now.
When Tom Brady left New England for Tampa, he added to his legend with another Super Bowl win. But more often than not, these all-time greats who join new teams have more experiences similar to that of Michael Jordan, who ended with a forgettable stint in Washington. So, what happens if this Hamilton to Ferrari experiment doesn't work?
No matter what happens, it's going to add to his legacy. And had he stayed at Mercedes and won titles, that would have been a great story as well, because of what happened in 2021, the redemption, the coming back. That would have been fantastic. But the bravery to go and do something new, something maybe a little bit out of his comfort zone, I think that is the essence of what Lewis Hamilton is about. So even if it doesn't work out in the results, even if he never gets that 8th World Championship, I think the fact that he's gone and done it, and the fact that we'll have photos and videos of him driving a Ferrari in red, I think that's just something that is only going to add to the Lewis Hamilton legacy.